Hello everybody, welcome back to F1 Manager, and we are here with Brawn, and you thought this series was dead. No, I am really enjoying EAFC, so go check that out. But this series is still going on, and we are coming up to the halfway point of Season 2. My mouse is just getting stuck on my desk. There we go. And yeah, we're in a good position, really. We've done a couple of races accidentally off camera, which was Baku, Imola and Monte Carlo, where we actually got some decent results. If we have a look at the results, previous race results, there we go. Oliver Bearman finished 4th and Daniel Ricciardo finished 8th in Baku, so not too bad at all. In Imola, Oliver Bearman got podium with 2nd place, Daniel Ricciardo was 7th. And then Monte Carlo in Monaco, we had 5th and 6th for Ollie Bearman and Daniel Ricciardo, so not too bad at all. Both drivers getting lapped in that one in a very eventful race as ever in Monaco. But today we'll be doing Barcelona and then simulating the race in Austria, and then we'll be going forwards in the manner that we did last season, which was one race and a couple of sims and stuff like that, just to keep this series going. Very excited for it though, to see what we can do. Yeah, Ollie Bearman has improved quite a lot. He is up into an 81 rating, Daniel Ricciardo's an 82, so both drivers doing pretty well. Ollie Bearman potentially becoming the #1 driver. I'm not too sure what we make of that, because he's actually having a very, very good season. If we have a look at the standings, then we currently stand 3rd. We are 8 points ahead of Red Bull, who currently hold 4th. We are quite a way off Ferrari, 60, well, about 40, 30 odd points. But McLaren are well out in front, 100 and I can't do the maths, 100 and something points, 109 points, is that right? Yeah, 109 points ahead of Ferrari, so quite the achievement there happening. Daniel Ricciardo sits in 5th in the drivers on 89 points, but 80 points, only 9 points behind him is his teammate Oliver Bearman. So lots to pay for both drivers for us. And in the fastest pit stop, we are absolutely smashing it. 360 points to 130 of Ferraris. That's going to be a good wedge of money in the bag. The car's looking good. We're just mainly focusing on research for next year. We've got a bit of a chassis going on at the moment, but yeah, huge regulation changes coming for next year, which will be absolutely massive. But for now, we're going into Barcelona, where apparently we have the 2 best cars on the grid. Let's see. We'll be back for qualifying. Here we are then, back for qualifying. Not a bad bit of practice. In the first session, we actually put Maya Wago in the car. She went faster than Ollie Bearman, but Ollie Bearman was on the medium, so not too much we can actually read into that. Not the greatest setups, 57, 59. I've lost my touch, it appears. Yeah, really struggling with that. I might just actually simulate all the practice sessions and let the AI sort of figure out the car setup. I think that could be a fun way to add a little challenge into the save as well. But we do need to make sure we get all the good engine components in the car. And what we're going to do for this race, given that we are expected to finish 1st and 2nd, judging by our car performance, we're going to give brand new components to both drivers on this in this race. So both drivers with a brand new engine, brand new, well, the newest ERS they can have, which is both around 80%, and then a brand new gearbox for both drivers as well. So qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix then, let's head into Q1. We'll be back to set our fast times. So with about 7 minutes to go, we currently sit 2nd and 11th. Oliver Bearman hit some traffic, that's why he's 1 second off the pace. Daniel Ricciardo very close to Oscar Piastri, so it's now just a case of finding that right time to go out. We're going to send out Daniel Ricciardo there and Ollie Bearman there, and hopefully they then won't hit the traffic of everyone going out to do their final laps. You can see that Piastri's just going out. We should be okay here. Ricciardo's going to get out. We should have a good lap here. It's just going to catch Gasly at the corner. It's more Ollie Bearman I'm worried about. He's caught him on the DRS. That's lovely. Ricciardo goes top up into P1. Ollie Bearman setting green sectors all over the place, and Ollie Bearman is going to jump up to P4. That should put us through into Q2. Yeah, so we end Q1 in P1 and P5, so there is definitely pace in this car. We are in a good position, and obviously the game has had a recent big update as well, where you can now have pit lane starts and all that sort of good stuff. So let's go out on those used set of soft tyres and see what we can do for our first lap in Q2, but again, we'll come back for the fast lap. So on that scrub set of soft tyres, then we set an okay lap, 4/10 off Hamilton and 8/10 off Hamilton with both drivers. So again, it's just now about finding that time to go out on these new tyres, and I think this could be a bit of a good spot. So we've sent Ricciardo out. Piastri's doing a quick lap now, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully Ricciardo can block him a little bit. Not the best from Daniel Ricciardo there, but Ricciardo now will get his foot down and will be starting his fast lap. Iwasa's going to get in the way. That's going to affect Daniel Ricciardo, I think. Piastri, we catch him at a nice place. Iwasa and Piastri just gets in the way again. Daniel Ricciardo's in 9th. That is not the best. It says it was a good lap. Ollie Bearman has climbed to 3rd. It's just a case of whether people are going to improve. Daniel Ricciardo stays 9th. He's gone down to 10th. Daniel Ricciardo could be going out here. How long's a lap? Yeah, 142. 142. Oh, that was his last lap. I don't think. With 130, a 111. Yeah, we're not going to have time to... Are we going to have time to get out? I think we might, but we'll run out of fuel. So we'll send him out just to see. I don't know. He's not going to get round. He's not going to get round. We can try. We can try and get him to go the fastest he can go. He may be safe anyway in 10th as long as no one else improves. But yeah, that's a bit of a nightmare. Oh, he was close. He's out. He is out. Ocon improves. I messed up with Daniel Ricciardo. So into Q3, all our hopes go for Ollie Bearman, and yeah, that was just hitting traffic at the bad time. I should have waited towards the end of the session. But Q3 then, Ollie Bearman looking to put it on to P1. Can he get that position? That would be lovely if he could. Apparently he's got the fastest car out of everybody here, so let's wait and see. He's got the whole track to himself at the moment. He is going to overtake Alonso there. Piastri was overtaken on a good position as well, as Bearman comes across in a 1:11.6. We'll have to keep an eye on Oscar Piastri here, who does go quicker, but we were doing it on a used set of tyres. So let's put a new set on, and we're going to go straight out and see if we can... Oh, I think we might have accidentally just found a very nice bit of clean air here on the track. Ollie Bearman's going to get a lovely time in here. This could be the P1 time on a new set of tyres. It's not an improvement. That really surprises me on a new set of tyres. Wow. Okay, Ollie Bearman is going to be starting at best 4th. So Lando Norris gets pole with a flat at 1:11. Ollie Bearman's going to be starting 5th behind both McLarens and both Ferraris, which is sort of where our car is in terms of pace. But yeah, that was disappointing. According to the prediction thing was 1st and 2nd. That is a little bit annoying. So we're going to have to pull something out of the bag here for strategy. They're saying do a 3-stopper with soft, medium. I'll figure out what we can do for the best and we'll be back. Alright then, we're putting Daniel Ricciardo medium, soft with a softer stint in the middle just to extend that life. Ollie Bearman's going soft, medium, soft. We're going to try and get him a few places at the beginning of the race. This is not how I expected Barcelona to go, so let's dive into it. We're back with F1 Manager on race day. The 2 McLarens, the 2 Ferraris, followed by a Brawn and then a V-carb, it looks like. So Red Bull having a terrible qualifying session in 9th and 10th. But yes, here we are away. Let's focus on Ollie Bearman. He is higher up in the order. And you can see the nice black livery of the Brawn racing there. It is looking good. So, can we hold on as we come right then left? What have we got? We've got a couple of hard runners in there. We've got Tsunoda, Alonso, Verstappen, Iwasa and Gasly on hards. Ricciardo and Norris are the only 2 on mediums. And then everybody else is running the soft tyre. So, yeah, we're going to have to make some moves here. Right, Daniel Ricciardo, we're going to get you up into your aggressive style of driving. Let's get that done and see how he gets on. And we will see what's happening. It's all sort of getting into a nice order at the moment, isn't it? Daniel Ricciardo's actually dropped to 13th. How on earth has that happened? Is that where he started? 12th, wasn't it? He's dropped a position to Theo Pourchaire, which is incredibly irritating. But, yeah, it is what it is. He is chasing down soft running tyres, so it is going to be tough for him. Piastri started on used softs, and Ocon as well. How very strange. Well, I don't know why you would do that. But as we come to the end of the first lap, as now the chicane's gone, isn't it, in Barcelona? It's been gone for a little while. You can see here, DRS will be opening after this lap, so hopefully some moves will get done there. And we can try and get some moves done. Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and there's a lot of battling happening up front as well. Let's drive on board with Ollie Bearman and see how he is getting on. Right on the back of Charles Leclerc. There's a yellow flag as Yuki Tsunoda is tumbling down the order, and Daniel Ricciardo's got past him. He can't get back on safely, so he's got to wait, and he'll be coming on at the back of the queue. Unfortunate for him, because he actually had a very good qualifying as... yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? A shame for him. Do we ask Ollie Bearman to be aggressive? He's got natural aggression, so I don't think we need to ask him to be too aggressive, to be honest. Ricciardo has overtaken Pourchaire and is now up to 11th, and he's right on the back of Max Verstappen as well. Another hard runner in front of him, so he should be able to get that move done, hopefully. Let's wait and see. But Ollie Bearman is still trying to track down Hamilton, and these two Ferraris are just letting the McLarens go, which is very, very irritating. So I can think we can actually probably start to ease off now and just sit behind these Ferraris, let them do their thing. We're going to let Daniel's natural pace hopefully bring him through as well, bring the order a little bit. And yeah, Barcelona, we're all sitting into a nice little battle as Piastri and Norris are battling up front. If they can take each other out, that would be great. The Ferrari's battling in front as well, which should give a little bit of joy for Ollie Bearman to come through. He's closing up on them, isn't he? He's closing up on them. Not too bad. Checking in with Daniel Ricciardo, sitting behind the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso. Yeah, Max Verstappen obviously got past Alonso, and there's some... Hulkenberg's up in 7th, Ocon in 8th. What is going on? What is going on here? Unbelievable scenes in the F1 world at the moment. So I was focusing on Daniel Ricciardo, getting him to catch up with Max Verstappen, and Ollie Bearman has overtaken Charles Leclerc here, right in on the action on the nose, and yeah, just round the outside, just sends it round the outside. Lovely bit of manoeuvring from Ollie Bearman, and he's chasing down Lewis Hamilton in the other Ferrari as well in front of him, but I'm focusing on trying to get Daniel Ricciardo a little bit up through the order as it stands at the moment. So let's see how we go. We're going to just put our engines into conserve, get that temperature in line for Ollie Bearman, who has now overtaken Lewis Hamilton as well. So he needs to fly like the wind and see if he can get on the back of those McLarens. Let's have a look to see how he did it on Lewis Hamilton. Coming down the straight, he's just going to send it up the inside indeed. What a move that is. And that is very, very nice indeed. 1.4 seconds is the gap, so we're not going to have DRS, and Hamilton's going to be attacking us right now. There goes Lewis Hamilton. But hopefully, with those McLarens fighting, we have closed the gap. And now Hamilton and ourselves are back in DRS. So that is groove-tastic, as literally no one would say. I was going to say the kids, but they definitely wouldn't say that. Daniel Ricciardo is slowly moving up the order. We need to sort of follow Max Verstappen through. So let's give him a bit of a helping hand against Nico Hulkenberg as well. And with DRS, Daniel Ricciardo goes to the inside, chucks it up that inside, and is back on the back of Max Verstappen, which is what we need. Ollie Bearman's but 2.6 seconds between him and Charles Leclerc, which is absolutely epic to see. Yeah, and we're up the inside, and we're getting close to the McLarens. They're battling. They're not working tactically at all. Let's just get this move done against Lewis Hamilton if we can. Just accelerate with a bit of the battery out of that corner, right onto the back of the McLarens. And we are nicely sitting on a podium yet again with Ollie Bearman. And we can just sit here, and I can probably ease off the tyres a little bit as well. Just make sure he's got a little bit of life in there to see them through. Daniel Ricciardo is on the back of Max Verstappen, who is not going to have DRS on the next straight. So we should get that move done there. In fact, we can top up down here as well on the hard tyres, Max. So he's going to be struggling. And I think we can probably get straight onto the back of Sergio Perez as well. So definitely is pace in this car. We are showing pace for sure. Ollie Bearman chilling behind the two McLarens, which is lovely. How's Piastri's tyres? 57, 67 for us, 78 for Daniel Ricciardo. Just Daniel Ricciardo's medium tyres have more life than Max's hards. Right, we are doing very well on the old tyre degradation front at the moment. Daniel Ricciardo overtakes Sergio Perez with the aid of DRS coming down, and both drivers are performing very well, and we're actually topping both of their batteries up and conserving some tyre wear here. So we're having a jolly good old race of it, to be honest. Ollie Bearman is under pressure from Lewis Hamilton, but I'm not too concerned about it at the moment because we're using this chance to top up lots of battery. Daniel Ricciardo can probably actually go for it a little bit more because he needs to close that gap to Charles Leclerc, which he is doing. The two McLarens are still massively fighting out in front, which is perfect for us around the back because it looks like they're going to be pitting quicker than us as well. Is Sergio Perez going to get us back here down the DRS? Yes, he is. As long as Max Verstappen doesn't get past as well. Daniel Ricciardo keeps the spot, so absolutely no concerns there. We'll get him into deploy. Let's get rid of that. See if we can catch up to Charles Leclerc, deploying a lot of our battery. Put a gap between us and Sergio Perez, and then get up to Charles Leclerc. 2.0 is the gap. We are closing that gap, but Charles Leclerc doesn't have DRS either, so we are in a nice position right now. I was going to put battle assist back on, but there's not really much point. We've put over a second. Oh, Max Verstappen has just got back in the DRS. The 2.6 seconds to Charles Leclerc is now 3 seconds, where his DRS and ERS is being balanced quite well. Oli BEARMAN still hanging on to the back of the McLarens, not pushing his tyres, not pushing his battery. He's having a glorious little race. So this battle at the front is very interesting. Oscar Piastri, 14 laps in, 35% tyre wear. He is really struggling. Daniel Ricciardo has got some of the best tyre wear on the grid, other than Pierre Gasly running hards. Norris has got a mechanical fault as well. Oh my word, this could be opening up for Oli BEARMAN, because Hamilton's looking after his tyres. Oli BEARMAN's going to get the double overtake in 2x speed, but he does now lead this Grand Prix with both of the McLaren drivers having an issue. Let's try and get away. Let's push those tyres a little bit more. We'll push the engine a little bit more as well. Where is Piastri? Piastri's a long way away already. 1.5 seconds is the difference. And, well, Oli BEARMAN has done a really, really good job with that manoeuvre. 2.1 seconds, Oli BEARMAN is out in front. He is going to be making a very, very good little bit of headway here. That is absolutely awesome. Daniel Ricciardo is on the back. Piastri does come into pit as well. So BEARMAN is now leading from Lando Norris. But this is absolutely awesome, this. As Hamilton now overtakes Lando Norris as well. Daniel Ricciardo is in this pack fighting for a podium, which is incredible, according that we're saving his tyres and he is charging up his battery still. So we can give him a bit more freedom, actually, to deploy that battery. But yeah, Oli BEARMAN out in front. 42% tyre wear at the moment. May need to come in a little bit earlier. We'll get him back on light. I do want to just make sure that we're sort of ahead of the game. We could put on the hard tyres. What did Piastri go to? He has gone to hard tyres. So we could jump in. Yeah, we've entered our pit window. We are going to go, I think, to the hard tyre. And we're going to play the hard tyre by ear, I think. We could do like soft, medium. I don't... the soft is so much quicker. So laptop, a brand new soft is 1.6 seconds quicker than the soft we've got fitted. A hard is only 0.8. I just want to pause that a second, get into the strategy here. Because I think with Oli BEARMAN we could do something a little bit different, because we've got another set of softs. So if we whack on another set of softs, then change that to a medium and change that to a soft, and do soft, medium, soft. Let's have a look. We can probably push that medium in there. Yeah, I mean it's not saying it's quicker than what we've already got as a strategy, but if we then get rid of that stint, make that hard, and then go soft at the end, and put... oh, not do that. Put them on there. So yeah, it's saying it's not... it's the same sort of time if we put the hards on now. Let's match Piastri. Do I match Piastri? Who's used hards? Verstappen's used hards already. Norris is on mediums. I feel like using our quickest tyres makes sense. I'm going to put the mediums on. We're going to bring him in early and put the mediums on. And go from there. He's 1 second out in front. So Lewis Hamilton has started to, use his tyres a little bit more. Stroll comes into pit as well. Obviously, Daniel Ricciardo can hang out a little bit longer because he's doing a wonderful race on those medium tyres. So yeah, Hamilton is going to close us down, but we're coming into pit this lap, so that's not a problem. So we might as well use up those tyres a little bit more. Daniel Ricciardo overtakes Lando Norris, who's struggling, it seems, with that mechanical issue. But here we are with helmet cam, which is lovely. Round the outside again into turn one. Lovely stuff from Danny Rick. And we are, well, in a good position at the moment. With sort of strategies happening a little bit on the fly. But yeah, I do feel like we're in a very good position. First and fourth on track, but obviously Piastri is cutting his way through the field and he's already pitted. So we'll get Ollie Bearman in for his stop. Daniel Ricciardo is obviously going to stay out. Hamilton may well follow us in. So Ollie Bearman is in. We'll watch this 101 times. Hamilton stays out, but Leclerc comes in. So Ricciardo up to second at the moment. You can see that is Leclerc's team behind us getting ready. So onto the medium tyre. We do get out in front of Charles Leclerc. It's a 2.2 stop, so not too bad at all, to be honest. And now I think we can get Daniel Ricciardo to sort of make a bit of hay while the sun is shining. He can get up there, try and close the gap to Hamilton before he pits. Ollie Bearman is going to come out well ahead of Oscar Piastri. We have timed that wonderfully well. Okay, what can you do? Let's get the tyres up to temperature. Who's in front of us? Fernando Alonso's not too far up the road, so we could definitely do with getting that DRS. So let's deploy the battery and help that along. Daniel Ricciardo is closing up on Lewis Hamilton, who I think probably will come into pit on this lap because Leclerc came in on the last lap. But the fact we got Bearman out in front of Piastri is absolutely massive, to be honest. That is absolutely huge. Daniel Ricciardo is going to be getting that DRS, so that's really cool. We've pushed you a little bit too hard there, Ollie Bearman, haven't we? But you're going to run out of battery, but hopefully you do close that gap as Daniel Ricciardo... Lewis Hamilton stays out again. So Daniel Ricciardo is probably going to overtake Lewis Hamilton here. I mean, we might as well put you into top up and get you chilling, mate, because you can stay out a little bit more. What's Hamilton's tyre? 28% tyre wear for Lewis Hamilton. He is in puncture territory right now. He's in danger of losing out to Verstappen as well, as Oliver Bearman is in range of Fernando Alonso, so he'll get that the DRS and we can charge up the battery. Daniel Ricciardo, we've put him in top up. I think, again, let's do what we did with Ollie Bearman and see if he can pull away while he is out in front and make a bit of a gap with some fresh air. But yeah, Ollie Bearman now 17 seconds off Norris, but Norris hasn't pitted. 37% tyres for him as well. Verstappen hasn't pitted. So yeah, this is interesting. In fact, Bearman has the lead of the Grand Prix now because everyone in front of him hasn't pitted. So yeah, he's doing a really, really good job of it, Ollie Bearman. And what we'll do is we'll just leave him chilling there. Daniel Ricciardo has pulled a gap away from the DRS of Lewis Hamilton, so that's good. We'll keep him on his strategy. Everything's going well. Hamilton and Norris both into the pits. So Ollie Bearman should jump both of those whilst they are pitting. Hamilton is going to come out on mediums. Norris coming out on hards. Ollie Bearman flies past both of them to take P3 with the net P1 of the race, which is absolutely lovely. Yeah, he's running everything as he should. Not too bad. We can save a little bit of tyre life, I think, towards the end of this. Piastri up into fourth, 2.6 seconds away on his hard tyres. You would imagine Verstappen will be coming into pit relatively soon. And Daniel Ricciardo, we have a yellow flag. No issue there. Verstappen comes into the pits. And Lawson locked up, obviously. So Verstappen now pits, which means Ollie Bearman will go up into second behind his teammate, who still has yet to pit. And we do have to remember that. As Leclerc has overtaken Piastri, so those two battling behind me is very nice. They're going to hold each other up. That is cracking stuff. But Daniel Ricciardo out in front, 18 seconds ahead of Bearman. Again, we could bring him into pit, but I think sticking with his strategy could work absolute wonders, to be honest. He's actually got plenty of tyre life to extend this stint a bit further, I think, and then get on the softs. If we can get on the softs at like lap 25, it means we don't have to run them on like light mode. But I also am very wary that we're going to be coming out relatively far back with Daniel Ricciardo. So might be best to pit him a little bit, maybe on schedule, and see where he ends up. So Lewis Hamilton has overtaken Ollie Bearman, but I'm not too worried about that because we're now going to just sit again with Lewis Hamilton and sit behind him because it's net P2 at the moment, which is not a problem at all. Daniel Ricciardo has eked out these tyres a little bit further than we needed him to, which is glorious for him. So he can now do one more lap on these mediums and then go from there. We're actually going to get him to top up on this lap as well, not deploy too much more battery. Yeah, BEARMAN is sitting in behind Lewis Hamilton, and so I think Daniel Ricciardo's going to come out around 7th, around about Lando Norris and Max Verstappen, I think, as OLI BEARMAN goes back into P2, as there is someone coming out of the pits there who's probably going to get in the way a little bit. But yeah, pretty good race so far. So into the pits comes Daniel Ricciardo then. He has an 8-second lead over his teammate, but obviously he's going to lose that coming into the pits. That'll be around about 9, 10, maybe a bit further down now. Maybe I've left that a little bit too late. But obviously Daniel Ricciardo is now doing a soft stint. So he's got the 2 fastest tyres for the end of this race. And it's a really, really good stop. 1.89 seconds is absolutely incredible. They're saying they've got a clear track. So yeah, he should come out in front of Sergio Perez. It's going to be close, actually. If he can get his foot down, he'll come out in front of Sergio Perez, which is going to be absolutely cracking. Where is Perez? Yeah, he is. He's going to come out in front of Sergio Perez, which is great. And I think he's done just enough. So now he can just run these as a standard sort of tyre wear. We don't need to sit in that anymore. You should catch up to Max Verstappen and eat into that. There's a yellow flag. 2 cars have crashed. Hulkenberg's got an issue. Hauger. Crash involving multiple cars. I don't think it's a safe. Oh, it's Lando Norris. So he got shunted from behind. Lando Norris just turning the corner. Oh, yeah, he's just got eased out on his right-hand side. Nothing too major. Shouldn't be any sort of safety car or anything. No, yellow flag just done. But Norris in 5th, not going to be happy with that. OLI BEARMAN still on the back of Lewis Hamilton, saving tyres, charging his battery, having a jolly good old time. So OLI BEARMAN has, Lando Norris has sort of come out of nowhere, to be honest. They must have fixed that mechanical issue. His hard tyres are doing pretty well for him, but yeah, he's sort of just started to really increase the pace. So we've got OLI BEARMAN back in racing mode, so to speak, but Lando Norris should be catchable. Our tyres aren't that crap at the moment. Daniel Ricciardo is sort of reining in anyone in front of him, which is lovely. He is going to be slowly moving up the order. But yeah, OLI BEARMAN's sort of got more life out of these tyres, which is good. He needs it. Hamilton get past there with DRS. That's fine. We'll leapfrog each other and pull us closer to Norris. I mean, that McLaren is an absolute rocket ship, so we can't be too surprised that Lando Norris has got back out in front. Piastri has climbed the order as well, but Leclerc into the pits, coming out on hards, Piastri out on mediums, and Alonso out on softs. So he is, or as you know, he's coming in off his softs and he'll be going out onto the medium tyre. But yeah, we're still in contention for a podium. Potential race win? I don't know with OLI BEARMAN. It's going to be very close. Okay, we're bringing OLI BEARMAN in a lap earlier than his strategy should say, as does Lewis Hamilton. So Norris takes the lead of the Grand Prix. But yeah, OLI BEARMAN into the pits then for his final stop. We need to get a good stop here and get out in front of Hamilton, because I was worried about an undercut. So we've gone in a lap early. 2.2, we're being held. Hamilton got a quick stop. Hamilton's gone hards. Wow, okay, he's going to be pushing those hards really hard till the end of the race. But yeah, so I think it's Norris will pair for softs, probably on a similar lap to Ricciardo. But we need to make these softs work, but also not push them too hard that Hamilton gets a huge advantage at the end of the Grand Prix. So they should see us through to the end, but I think we'll get some temperature in them, drop it down a little bit. Let's make sure we don't lose Lewis Hamilton straight away. He definitely shouldn't have warmer tyres than ours. It should take him longer to warm up his tyres. So yeah, that's a shame about that pit stop there. Daniel Ricciardo will be coming into pit on the next lap. So we're still in good positions. We're still in good positions. It seems like it's between us and Hamilton for the win. But you just never know, do you? You never know, because Verstappen's also pitted. And he's put himself back into contention. We do now have DRS, so we don't have to worry about the battery too much. And we need to get these tyres up to temperature and then drop them down to light. Now, Hamilton could block us up a little bit to give Leclerc a bit of time, because he's done his final stint. Yeah, you can go onto a fresh set of softs, Daniel. That's fine, because Leclerc... Now, that's interesting. Leclerc's actually net P1. Well, Piastri is technically net P1 because he's pitted onto the mediums already. So this is a very interesting race. This is a very interesting end to this race. Strategies all over the shop for everybody. So it'll be very interesting to see how this works. Okay, we've got past Lewis Hamilton. Ideally, we would love to press. Let's keep pressing. We've got to try and close that gap to Oscar Piastri and Charles Leclerc, who are battling. But, yeah, let's see. 5 seconds off Norris, who's not going to pit either. Oh, I don't know. Ending on the hard tyres might be the strategy here. Ending on the hards may be the strategy. For the other teams, obviously, we haven't ended on the hards, but we could push our engine a bit more. We've got a bit of fuel in it now. BEARMAN is closing the gap, I think, to Charles Leclerc. The joy of this is we're finishing on the faster tyre. I always prefer to finish on the faster tyre, but we just need to see how this is going to unfold, really, don't we? As Daniel Ricciardo is going to come into the pits, is he going to be followed in by anybody? Not immediately. Again, should come out just behind Verstappen, I think. Maybe a little bit further in between Verstappen and Sainz. By the way, Sainz and Albon having a great race up there in 8th and 9th in that Williams. Really good stuff from them. As we come into the pits then, get on to the final set of soft tyres. A 2.2 stop is not dreadful at all. And, yeah, Ollie BEARMAN, what can we do to close that gap? I can't really afford to push those tyres any more than I am. But the natural speed and the fact they're battling up front is going to help us out a lot. Daniel Ricciardo does come out in between Verstappen and Sainz. He's going to have a bit of a gap to Max Verstappen, I think. It says about a second, but that doesn't look right because I can't see Max Verstappen in front of us. 9 seconds, that's better. Yeah, so let's see how this goes because... Aha, right, we are in DRS. If we just keep within DRS, Ollie, that would be absolutely lovely. Up the hill, come on, you can do this. Up the hill, just find a few tenths. He has found a few tenths. He's going to have DRS, which is awesome. Because it means that we can just ease off his tyres a little bit. Give them a bit more life at the end of the race. Because he's going to get drawn along by these guys. Easily. So we'll put you into top up. Daniel Ricciardo's got to try and close that gap to Max Verstappen. And Ollie BEARMAN, I mean, is 14 seconds too far away? I mean, Lando Norris is being held up by a back marker there, which is a bit unfortunate for him, isn't it? So, no, Norris has got to pit again. 34% hards. Maybe he is going to end on the softs. I honestly don't know what's going to happen in this race. This is all over the place. This race is all over the place in terms of strategies. Okay, Lando Norris's pace has just dropped off a cliff of his tyres have gone under 30%. Us and BEARMAN have pulled away from Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari as well, and Daniel Ricciardo is closing the gap to Max Verstappen. So, at the moment, I've got a feeling it's Piastri P1, BEARMAN P2, Leclerc P3 is what we're saying. But we are quicker than Oscar Piastri. We've got better, faster tyres, and we've had a good old stint of just chilling behind him and the Ferrari, saving our tyres. So... we are in a good position. We just need to make sure we get that DRS. 15 laps to go. And this is going to be a very entertaining end to this race. We do really need to make sure we hold on to Piastri without pushing our tyres too much. Daniel Ricciardo set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so he's having a bit of a stormer at the moment as well. He's doing a really good job, and it looks like we're going to be just within a second, I think, in a minute. Let's take battle assist off. We don't need that on at the moment. Just get that battery deployed as and when you can to make sure we close that gap to Oscar Piastri. It is in within a second now, 0.8, 0.7. So we're going to have it. We're going to have the DRS, but this lapped car of Theo Pourchaire with the mechanical issue needs to get out of the way, and does, which is good. We are battling. There's no way Norris can stay out on those tyres till the end. He's got to put the softs on. He's got to put another set on. 5 seconds is not enough for him to survive. 26% isn't enough for him to get round Barcelona till the end of this race. But yeah, come on, Danny Rick. If you can close the gap as well, we'll be laughing. We'll be in a really good position. As now, again, well, we need to get past this lap car. And then lap car's getting in the way. No, get out of the way! Get out of the way, Tsunoda. Get out of the way. You've absolutely mudded my race, mate. You've absolutely mudded me there. That is horrendous, Yuki Tsunoda. What are you playing at? Absolutely horrendous. Piastri is now, what, 1.5 seconds in front. Thanks to Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki bloody Tsunoda. Unbelievable. Right, we are going to deploy. See if we can get within that second again out of here. Because we can chill behind Piastri until the end of the race. I don't mind that. He can drag us along up towards Lando Norris. 13 laps to go. It's intense in Barcelona, but it's been a good race. It's been a good race. Hamilton has now re-caught us up because of Yuki Tsunoda, because he's a knob. I love Yuki, but that was a really dick thing to do, to let Piastri go past and not us. Right, I think we are now back within a second. We should be able to keep it up the hill with that difference. So, yeah, slip into light, into top up, let the DRS pull us along. Don't go for the move if you don't have to. Don't go for the move if you don't have to. He's chucked it up the inside. Okay, not that it really matters, but yeah, it's just going to give Hamilton a bit more of a wiggle room to get back into it, isn't it? Daniel Ricciardo, 3.7 seconds off Charles Leclerc. Yeah, we don't deploy out of here, so that's fine, because we can just let our battery top up and charge a little bit as we go around these sections, because we'll get DRS. I don't think Piastri was close enough to get it, so he can go defensive. That's not a problem. Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on his hard tyres. We just need to make sure we've got enough battery to attack right at the end with Ollie Bearman. A P1 is not out of the cards here. A win is not out of the cards. Ollie Bearman just got forced wide off the road. Hamilton went up the inside, forced him off, and he has now dropped all the way down to 4th. We're all going to catch Lando Norris, though, because he's fucked. But now we're 2 seconds off the pace. Verstappen's closed in on us. It was a horrible, horrible move from Lewis Hamilton, and it has completely ruined Ollie Bearman's race. He went up the inside, forced him wide. Here we got past, Piastri got past. We just got to hope the natural pace of Ollie Bearman and the car is enough to pull us back in, because Norris is a sitting duck. He's out there on 20% tyres. He's going to get a puncture. Oh, Bearman. It should have been a win. I think it would have been a win. Hamilton has screwed us over. Hamilton has screwed us over, and Hamilton gets the lead of the Grand Prix. We're 2 seconds off here. Verstappen's caught us up. Like, we've been absolutely royally shafted purely by Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton has absolutely cost us this Grand Prix. We were going to win it. I was confident of winning it as the lap times tick down. Lando Norris has a puncher and is now going to get in the way. He's going to get in the way. Get out of the way, Lando, with your stupid puncture. There we go. Oh, just it's all gone against us, because now Hamilton and Piastri have gone off into the distance. Verstappen's caught us up. We've had to use our battery. It's all been a bit of a nightmare. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo is a saving grace. He could potentially get something done. Let's see what he can do. But, yeah. I mean, what was Lando Norris thinking, trying to get those hard tyres to the end? Can't do a one-stop in Barcelona. The tyre wear's far too bad. But, yeah, Verstappen. Is that Verstappen having a look at the move? It is. So Daniel Ricciardo is now behind his teammate. There is a lapped car in the way, which I think is Liam Lawson. But, yeah, this is, from what should have been first place, I think we will just about nick 3rd with a podium. Again, we can sit behind Max Verstappen. We're generally quicker than Max this year, especially on those hard tyres. Daniel Ricciardo, we just need to get you past that lap car, and then we're going to leave Daniel Ricciardo because he's actually in a very good position here. Let's balance that, actually. We'll push at the end. Norris does pit for a fresh set of tyres. Should have done it earlier. But yeah, I just can't. But Lewis Hamilton, you absolute knob. Love you as a driver, mate, but absolute knob in this game for forcing us off the road. Just ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Right, Ollie Bearman's through. I guess we have to go with Ollie Bearman. We have to try and get him to push and get up as close as possible to Oscar Piastri. 10 laps to go. I mean, we're not completely out of this. We definitely aren't completely. So let's get Daniel Ricciardo past as well. Let's get Daniel Ricciardo past and make sure that he can get up to support his teammate if necessary. Because whilst we're attacking Max, he won't really attack Ollie Bearman. Ollie Bearman should have enough time and space to get through. Daniel Ricciardo doesn't quite get that move done, but we are going to ask him to be a bit more aggressive with the old battery, which means he should get it done. Hopefully he throws it up the inside here. Is he going to have a lunge? No, he's not. Bit of battery charge there from Max. We are closing the gap to Oscar Piastri, but it's going to be maybe a little bit too little too late. Daniel Ricciardo's going for a very audacious move around the outside there, which is never going to happen. Now it might happen. No, Max defends him well, but Max is now out of DRS range, so we will easily get Max Verstappen in this next DRS spot, so we can ease off everything here, because you should sit behind him, go up the inside, and then get that corner done. Bearman is closing up on Oscar Piastri. The car does have pace. Repeat, the car does have pace. How's tyre wear doing? 59 to 57. Daniel Ricciardo is 64, but I think Lewis Hamilton's pulling away. That little cheating bastard. He's cost us. Ollie Bearman is in DRS range. He's in DRS range. Let's make sure we got tyre wear left at the end. Don't force the issue. Daniel Ricciardo, you sort of do need to force the issue and get forward a little bit and catch that group up. Come on, Daniel. You can do it, son. Ollie Bearman passes Oscar Piastri. No, he doesn't. He's right there, but it does mean we're going to get DRS, I think, if we come around this corner in this order. Which means I think we'll get the DRS and we'll absolutely accelerate away from him. Yeah, we've got the DRS. We're deploying our battery. We're putting the tyres back in. Right, 3 seconds in 7 laps. We've got worse tyres but quicker tyres, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this one plans out. But can we now ditch Oscar Piastri? Can we ditch Oscar Piastri? Daniel Ricciardo is hunting as well. Come on, Daniel. I believe, mate. I believe. Come on, Daniel. 1.8, you've got to close the gap. Bearman is trying to pull away. He's desperately trying to pull away. Just deploy the battery, mate. Don't worry about the battle assist. 2.3. Can he put a... He needs to put a second between him and Piastri now. It's 1.1. 1.2 up the hill. 1.3. He's got it. Right. Excellent. You can charge that up as you go. That is Lewis Hamilton in front. We are closing on him. Daniel Ricciardo is closed as well using his battery, which is lovely. Oh my word, this is going to be tense. This is going to be tense. 6 laps to go when we get to the end of this one. 1.8 off. We have used up all of our battery though, so Hamilton will get that little advantage of us. But, importantly, Piastri is not in DRS and Daniel Ricciardo is in DRS of Oscar Piastri. So, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Okay, Ollie Bearman has caught up to Lewis Hamilton, has got DRS. We're charging his battery and staving his tyres for the end of this Grand Prix. There's another lap car coming up. Oscar Piastri and Daniel Ricciardo are battling for 3rd place in this one as well. Daniel Ricciardo is in a good position right now, but yeah, we can sit behind Lewis Hamilton and just charge up the battery, ready for a last lap attack if we can get there. Just got to keep within a second for the rest of this race. And Daniel Ricciardo will have another go at Oscar Piastri again. We might do the same with Daniel Ricciardo and just make sure he's got enough juice at the end of the race to mount an attack that he's definitely going to need to do as we do get the DRS on Lewis Hamilton. Just pulls us in that little bit closer. 62 laps done of 66. So we're probably going to be back at the end of the race for the last lap gambit. Here we come then round the final corner to start the final lap of the Spanish Grand Prix. And we are in the position we want to be. We have got everything conserved. We're going to have life at the end of us in here. We've got a bit of engine, a bit of tyre wear. Ollie Bearman gets into the lead. Just deploy the battery, mate. Just go for it. Be a bit more aggressive on the tyres. Did Ricciardo? Ricciardo has got past Oscar Piastri as well. I think he's done that. Yeah, he has done that in a good position as well. So let's get everything going there. We don't want the fuel to run out, so we are going to be a little bit cautious on that. But Ollie Bearman has just got to hold up here Lewis Hamilton. That's all he's got to do. Don't worry about ERS battle assist, either of you. Just deploy all your battery and get this done. Okay, you can push. You've got 0.2 kilos. Come on. Ollie Bearman is holding on for the win. Hamilton is fading. Can't keep up with us because we charged our battery so well in this Grand Prix. He is going to have DRS down here. He's too far away to make a move, though. He's far too far away to make a move into neutral. Battle assist on just for that final corner. We've used up all the battery. Daniel Ricciardo has pulled away from Piastri. We're on board with Lewis Hamilton, who's looking to chase down Ollie Bearman. The young Englishman is going to win this one in Barcelona. A fantastic race. We got the strategy right. I'm glad the series is back. Come on, Ollie Bearman wins it. Daniel Ricciardo over the line in 3rd. A double podium. What a race. So Ollie Bearman up 4 places to 1st. A really good performance, 25 points for him. Daniel Ricciardo up 9 to 3rd. A really good race. The car was magnificent around Barcelona. Ollie Bearman now jumps his teammate and goes into 5th. And in the Constructors, we stay in 3rd. But do close the gap. 21 points to Ferrari now. Not too bad at all. They are 100 points off McLaren. So yeah, all to fight for going into the second half of the season. That was very, very good, wasn't it? That was absolutely lovely. Both drivers get their contractual bonuses paid out as well, so they'll be happy about that. Oh, what a race. So Ollie Bearman is still improving. 77 up from 74 for adaptability. 84 to 83 from 83. Really good. We might have to work on his accuracy as well at some point to try and get that done. Affiliate 69 is up for William Brandt. We've got Bortoletto making some good moves. Bustamante does very well. Bianca Bustamante goes up well as well. Some really good improvement from Antoine Tiesta, which is good. Wega we've given a couple of practice sessions to, so she's gone up as well. So yeah, all the affiliate drivers coming along nicely. Right, we do have Austria, which we are going to just simulate here as we go. A few little things happening in terms of news and stuff like that. Got our training schedule. I'm actually happy. Our pit stops are really good at the moment, so we're just going to leave old Ron Meadows in charge of that one for now. So let's get into the targets. I think we'll do 13th, and I think we'll get 15th or higher. To be honest, we have got a very fast car. So we're going to simulate this race. We're back to see how it goes. So Austria simulated, and it's OLI BEARMAN in 4th, Daniel Ricciardo in 5th, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen take the podiums. But yeah, good points again for the team, 5th and 6th. I'm very happy with that. There's 7 points is the gap now to 2nd place. We are closing in on Ferrari, which is awesome to see. We get loads of points again in the fastest pit stop stuff, and OLI BEARMAN gets his bonus payout, which is lovely for him. He's making good money right now as an F1 driver. Very good money. So they're the 2 races that we wanted to do in this episode, Barcelona and Austria, and we are right into the thick of our European leg of this season, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts. Are you enjoying the series? Do you want me to continue it and all that sort of stuff? We'll definitely get to the end of season 2. I would like to win with Brawn. I'd like to get as far enough through this campaign and this game to actually win it. We did last year with Aston Martin eventually, and I do think we're in a position where we can do that. So next episode then, we'll come back. We're going to sim Belgium, sim Zandvoort, and we'll do Monza. And then after that, we'll sim Silverstone, come back from Montreal, sim Austin. We'll probably sim Vegas, sim Mexico, and then come back for the final race of the season against Sao Paulo. But we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your comments down below. If you're new, subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.